Today's episode, we are going to give you guys 5 ways you can make money doing the things that you do every day. What's going on, bosses? My name is Kat.
And I'm Josiah.
And this is
Boss Up With Us, the channel that's all about personal development, finance, and entrepreneurship for individuals, groups, and couples like ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
On today's episode, we have a really exciting topic for you. Well, it's exciting to us. I think it would be exciting to you because we're going to be talking about ways to make money. And in particular, we're going to be talking about ways that you can make money doing things that you already do in your day-to-day lives.
So before we jump into today's episode, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button below, give the video a thumbs up, and turn your notifications on so you'll be notified every Wednesday at 7 p.m. when we drop a new episode as part of our midweek motivation series.
If this is your first time tuning into our channel, we like to do a midweek wrap up in the beginning of our episodes to basically just cover the things that we did
or accomplished
or didn't accomplish over the span of the past week. So I'll let Kat take over for that.
Well, this week was a very, very hectic week for me. I was venting to Josiah about how I was overwhelmed and I was stressed because if you guys don't know, I discussed it in previous episodes, I was completing my fieldwork over the summer for grad school, and today actually was the very last day for our hours to be submitted, 180 hours, and in addition to the hours, was at the end. In addition to the hours, I also had to submit deliverables. So basically all the research and literature reviews and data and everything that I was researching during my fieldwork, I had to submit like tangible things showing that I actually did something. So I spent the week just like editing and re-editing and submitting stuff to my instructor and getting feedback and I re-edited like my capstone and proposal about 5 times, and it was driving me crazy. But I'm just happy that everything is finally submitted.
So am I.
And yeah, because he was probably tired of me.
So am I.
Everything is submitted, and I only have 1 more semester of grad school left. I'll be done in December, and I'm just really, really excited and looking forward to that happening. So that was my week.
It was a hectic week for me too, just juggling a lot of businesses and trying to do a lot of things at one time can become overwhelming every now and then. One thing that stuck out more than other things this week in terms of accomplishments, I told you guys before, I have a party promoting business with some of my friends, and we're actually back into throwing parties now that quarantine is kind of dying down and regulations are kind of lifting. So we are planning for and actually just released tickets for our first event since everything happened. Our first event of the year, actually.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
And so we're really excited about that. And we will be taking precautions. Obviously, we know that coronavirus still is very real, but that's one of the things that we're excited to be doing. And as we said, we want to highlight the things that we did not accomplish as well as the things that we did accomplish. We actually had a really big day scheduled for today. We were supposed to be doing a photo shoot. So we were really excited about that. And we were hoping to be able to get that done today, but we didn't get it done. Just a bit of a lack of communication, and so things kind of fell apart at the end. So we did reschedule, and we will be having that photo shoot very, very soon, and we will be sharing those pictures with you guys. We're excited
for this photo shoot.
Super excited because it's
talking and planning for like months about
forever.
This. Yeah,
it's like so many things that come with it. You guys will see after we start to roll things out. As we said, Boss Up With Us is much more than a YouTube channel. You will slowly begin to see that. Especially as these next few months continue to progress. So that's about it for the midweek wrap up. I guess it's time to start with today's episode.
So like Josiah said, today's episode, we are going to give you guys 5 ways you can make money doing the things that you do every day. So the first one on our list is renting a room or a space within your home or apartment.
Yep. So a lot of us, well, not a lot of us, everybody, we all pretty much pay to stay where we are. So we either pay a rent or we pay a mortgage. If we pay a mortgage, then we probably have a house or we have a condo, something that's pretty large, something that's more spacious than a typical apartment. And so if you do have a mortgage, if you have a house to yourself, number one, big up to you, because most of us at this age, we don't have houses.
I'm still living at home with our mama.
Yeah. So if you do have a house and you have a basement, let's say, that you're not using, maybe you just use it for storage, or it's just a space that's not being utilized at all. You can actually rent that space out to either somebody that's looking to stay there, or you can rent it out to people that are actually looking to use it for, do I really want to say events for a basement? People do photo shoots in basements. People renovate basements into all types of different spaces. You can get really creative with this if you have a house. Now, if you have an apartment and you are renting, if you sign a lease every month, you can actually sublease in many instances. Not all the time. You would have to check and make sure everything is okay with your landlord. But oftentimes you can sublease your apartment. And if you have, let's say, a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment, that's perfect for something like Airbnb. If you have, if you're staying in a 1-bedroom, if you're staying in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom space, apartment, or whatever, you can probably rent that out to somebody. You can do short-term leasing, or you can get a roommate. And obviously, in the instance of a house or in the instance of an apartment, you rent the space, and obviously that person pays you. So when that person pays you, they're putting money into your pocket. Sometimes you're able to generate enough cash or you're able to generate enough money to where it actually covers your mortgage, or it covers your rent. And these things are totally legal. You can check it, you can Google it for yourself. And like I said, you can get really creative with this. If you want to make some money while you already pay your rent or you pay your mortgage, then you should definitely consider renting out a room or renting out a space in your home.
So the second item on our list, renting out your car or using it for rideshare.
Now, I guess I have to take over here because Kat knows absolutely nothing about driving. So basically, we've all been told that buying a car is a pretty, I don't want to say it's a bad investment, but you tend to hear that as soon as you drive the car off of the lot, then it immediately loses value. Well, now we're here in 2020. You can buy a brand new car and you can continue to make money off of that brand new car. So even if it loses value, that doesn't mean anything to you because it's still putting money in your pocket. Now, the old thinking is that you buy the car and you drive it and you never use it to make any money. So that's why it's a depreciating asset. Now, I'm not going to throw a bunch of technical terms at you right now. Like I said, this is supposed to be a fun episode. So basically, you have the person that has a newer car that they're paying, they're basically financing or they're leasing it, and they're paying their insurance every month or whatever. Now, when you have that type of situation, then your car is probably more suitable to be rented. Now, they have apps like Turo where you can go directly on there and you can list your car and you can rent it out for a fee every day. Or you can rent it out to people that actually want to use your car so that they can use it for Uber or Lyft or Uber Eats or whatever it is. Now, on the contrary, if you're a person who has a car that's probably a little older, it doesn't have to be an old car, because you still want to have something reliable when doing this. But you can use your car for Uber, or you can use it for Lyft. You can use it for Uber Eats. The same options that I said you can use to rent your car to those people. You can actually do it yourself and use that car to make all types of money all throughout the day, whenever you want. Now, the difference between the renting your car and the using it for rideshare is that when you rent your car, you're generating passive income. So the money is coming to you and you don't have to really do any work. Now, when you're out there driving Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, whatever, then obviously you have to do some of the labor. You have to get in your car, drive it around, and do whatever you have to do. But you can definitely use your car to make money.
That was very, very educational, because I did not know any of that. I mean, outside of the rideshare, I know, but the Turo app, I just heard about it this week when you mentioned it to me. I was like, wow, that's a thing. Like, that's a great idea.
We're in the digital age. Things are so pick up and go. Like, you pick up your phone and you can, like I said, same way how you can rent out a space in your house, you can rent out your car. So take advantage of that.
Okay, so number 3, retail shopping. My favorite, of course.
Yeah, I'll let her take that over.
So retail shopping, what does that entail and how can you make money from it? So like myself, I do like to go shopping a lot, and if you're out in clothing stores, or you're in home goods stores, or even online as well, Fashion Nova or whatever you choose to go on, you're buying stuff for yourself or your significant other or for your home, you can also look out for discounted items that you can resell. So why not knock out two birds with one stone?
And let one of those stone, or is it one of those birds? You'd let one of those birds pay for the other bird.
Exactly.
So basically, you would go out, you buy an item. You would buy two items. You would buy one item for yourself. The other item is a resale item. So you buy and sell the resale item, and you're essentially paying yourself back for the item that you bought. Now,
isn't that a beautiful thing?
It's beautiful. And we do this all the time in our online reselling business that we talk about all the time, and we never give you guys any information, but don't worry, we'll tell you more about that as we continue to go and progress forward and build our bond.
Yeah, but that's definitely something we do now in terms of our business. So it's great that you can
tell them about
do what you love
and
about thrift stores.
You can go out and buy items.
Oh yeah, thrift stores is a perfect place because you can go there, you can get clothing items for yourself, really like high-end stuff for cheaper prices for you, but you can also get those items and resell it online on various apps. And like Josiah said, it's very easy to list those items on those websites. We've started doing it as well.
It's very user-friendly.
Very user-friendly. Snap a picture, you post it, and boom, it's up, and people can purchase it right then and there. And so you went shopping and you got a cute handbag for yourself, and you're also able to sell another one online and make some money.
Exactly. And so that brings us to number 4, which is another type of shopping, but it is
grocery shopping.
Yes.
Everybody got to eat.
When you're grocery shopping, you can now deliver groceries to other people, and you can get paid for that. They have apps like Instacart that you can use to basically pick up people's food and deliver it to their homes. And from what I understand, people get paid.
Say it with your chest, damn it.
And from what I understand, people get paid a pretty penny off of doing this. So the next time you're out picking up groceries for yourself, consider logging into the Instacart app and picking up groceries for someone else too, because again, that might pay for your groceries. Now, number 5 is going to be your savings. Savings is an interesting one. Being a newfound full-time entrepreneur, I'm not doing a lot of saving because I'm very much thinking to invest every dollar that I have. My risk tolerance is totally different from Kat's, and Kat's might be different from yours, and yours might be different from the next person and the next person. We all have different risk tolerances. A lot of us, and probably the majority of us, or at least some of us, we save money. We put it in a shoebox, we put it into a savings account. When people get paid, they have it go directly into one account, and they have the rest of the money go into another. Now, the thing with savings, we're not going to go too much into this topic because we do have some more that we want to elaborate here
regarding
this
we
topic.
We have a whole episode we want to do about that.
Man, probably a few episodes that we could do about savings. But so they don't really teach us this, but saving is actually working against us, whereas we're often taught that it's working for us. So if you're dumping money into a shoebox or dumping money into a savings account that's yielding you maybe like 0% interest, or maybe like 0.1% or something like that, or you're doing a susu where everybody's passing around money and then you get your payout at the end of a cycle, you're not making money. You're saving money, and you're just pretty much working with what you save. Now, the problem with savings is that, and again, like I said, I'm not going to get too much into this, get too technical with this stuff, because it can come off as a little boring, and I told you guys that this is supposed to be a fun episode.
We are fun people. Okay.
The problem with saving is that it works against inflation. With inflation, especially right now during this time where we're seeing there's a lot of stimulus money coming out, there's a lot of government assistance that's being thrown in our faces. I can pretty much guarantee and assure you guys that the value of the dollar currently is going to decrease by next year this time. The American dollar loses value every single year. The more money that we print, the lower the value. Because
we have more money going around.
Yeah, there's more money that's circulating. So now, what can you do instead of just saving your money? Well, number one, and you're probably going to hear this one being the more typical answer when you ask someone, they're going to tell you to probably throw it into a savings account that's going to yield a little bit of interest. Just be mindful that when you put it into an account that's yielding interest, a number like 0.5% or 1% interest on an annual basis, that's actually a pretty high number. Instead of just saving your money, instead of just dumping it all into that shoebox or putting a bunch of money into your susu, you can actually learn to invest in the stock market. You can learn to invest your money into stocks and bonds. You can put it into REITs, which is a real estate investment trust. There's just so many different options. Obviously, these options require you to educate yourself and know what you're doing. You don't want to just blindly throw money into investments. You want to know what you're investing into. But what you can try is, perhaps if you save, let's say, $200 every month, maybe instead of saving the entire maybe you put 100 into a savings account and you put another 100 into investments. Maybe you start to slowly build a stock portfolio. So now all of a sudden, by the end of the year, you've saved $1,200, and then you've also invested $1,200 into the stock market. Like I said, I have a high risk tolerance, so I might put all of that money into the stock market. But
I'm gonna take my time a little bit.
Kat might have to take her time, and she might, she might benefit off of the slow and steady process of saving and also investing into the stock market. Now, I'm not totally against saving. It's just that saving, I feel like, is more of a luxury that can be afforded when you can afford it. I currently am trying to make things happen so that I can generate money to where I can actually save it and actually feel like I'm saving and holding on to something. So I'm all in. But if you save, you should definitely start to think and start to consider taking a portion of that savings and educating yourself on how to invest it into stocks and bonds or whatever the case may be. There's so many different options.
You can definitely, move at the pace that makes you feel most comfortable. Like I literally started investing in stocks this year. And it was Josiah telling me about certain things and me also doing my own research. And I was like, all right, let me start a little bit here. And I got more comfortable and a little bit more and more. And now I'm, a lot more open to taking my money and putting it into various things, not just having it sit in my account. It's just there and it's not doing anything.
If you save $1,200 right now, by next year it's not going to be worth $1,200.
Exactly.
So you're actually doing yourself a disservice by just leaving your money there. But that's all we're going to say about this topic, because like we said, we're going to go more and more into this as time goes on. We have so many more episodes. We have so many more topics to discuss with you guys. But that pretty much wraps up our list of ways that you can make money while doing the things that you already do every single day.
With that being said, you guys, make sure that you give the video a thumbs up, leave comments sharing your feedback. If there's other ways or ideas that you have that you can make money doing the things that you do on an everyday basis, share it below. We definitely want to hear that. And of course, hit the subscribe button, turn your notifications on. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. we do drop new videos as part of Midweek Motivation.
And be sure to follow us across all other social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter. We're everywhere. You want to be a part of the journey as we continue to build and continue to expand. Like we said, this is going to be so much more than just YouTube. So we want you guys to be notified and stay up to date with us and just connect with us. We like to be connected with you guys, and we want to hear your stories as we're telling you our stories. So
okay, until next week, keep growing, keep glowing, and keep bossing up.
Boss